Hello, Aries. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. This reading is for the 25th of October through November 1st. Let's get into your reading. I'm talking to you wherever Aries is in your birth chart, including if you're on the cusp of Pisces or on the cusp of Taurus, or if the Aries is in any of your 12 houses, or if Aries is your Chiron or MC or IC, wherever Aries is in your birth chart. Let's get into it, okay? We had a super full moon in Aries during this cycle. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's see if you're still operating in purpose. Let's see if you're operating in purpose, right? So you're ruled by Mars, right? So that's a Tower card. Prayer warrior, right? Prayer warrior. That's right. So see if you're still operating in purpose. That's right. Let's do it. World card, right? Temperance. Fool card. 10 of Wands. 9 of Wands. 3 of Wands. Fulfillment. Well, supposedly somebody starts seeing things from a higher frequency, right? So we're talking about fulfillment cards. So somebody is embarking on a whole new journey moving forward, right? Embarking on a whole new journey, leaving behind a lot of distractions, moving forward. And this is really just about operating in, really operating in purpose. So both of these planets are currently retrograde, right? And here we have the 10 of Wands here. It's saying you're ready to be booked and busy, not burdened and bitter by anything. You're not returning to anything that really just doesn't produce a whole lot of growth there. Just leaves you like hurt, frustrated. You're just taking a leap of faith. Getting away from people who like to gossip. Like you're just not motivated by gossip. Just not even motivated by it. Y'all not talking about the same things. Hey, you're not motivated by it. Y'all don't have the same spirit. You're not motivated by it. You have a whole lot of things to talk about. If you like to travel, you're motivated by whatever you motivated by. Somebody's motivated by working. Whatever you motivated by, you motivated by. They motivated by whatever they motivated by. But something about a tradition, you're creating rules, tradition, structure, all of those things. You're just embarking on this whole new cycle for yourselves, right? Getting ready for this new phase, this new cycle. And if it's not going to produce a whole lot of growth, if you feel judged or you feel like other people are judging you, you're moving on from it. This is Judgment card, which is Pluto. If you feel like it's getting toxic, then as far as you're concerned, you're just moving on from it. That's the bottom line. It's a Justice card here. If you like if you feel like it's you're indecisive about something, you're just moving on. It's not even gonna take you that long. You're just leaving it in the past. Yeah. You're literally going by your beliefs. You're literally going by your beliefs. You're not waiting on somebody else. You're just going by your beliefs. If you believe something is toxic for you, you're moving on. All right. So it's two situations in particular. You feel like, okay, and again, I'm talking to you wherever Aries is in your birth chart, not just your sun sign. Two situations in particular for you. You feel like you don't have, it doesn't have the same spirit that you have. And you're moving on from. You're looking at it just from a higher frequency. Here's the Empress card, right? So you're just cutting ties. You just really cutting ties. You feel like it'll limit your abundance and your prosperity. Yeah. 9 of Cups in reverse. King of Cups in reverse for somebody. Somebody may have dealt with a man who was a master manipulator. Somebody who was either near 40 or maybe somebody who was near 40 or influenced by somebody who was near 40. who may have felt like you know, you may have poured a lot of into, you know, in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You know, like you may have felt like had a you should consider your finances before making some kind of a purchase or something, or like um, some kind of overindulgence or loss of self control, or like or self discipline when it comes to certain somebody. You know, like that's what somebody could like think of as just like you may have, you know, when you think about certain energies, you may have felt like, you know, in the past, you may have poured so much into, you know, somebody in the past that it could have almost felt like, you know, like sometimes people just pour so much into people. They almost create this sort of expectancy, like people just sort of expect for you to keep pouring into them. Here we have the Ace of, when you go back in your mind, here we have the Ace of Swords. They almost expect for you to do that. So here we have the Ten of Swords. That when you stop, it creates this kind of like bitterness, this burden and bitterness. So you may have done that for a lot of people, just like maybe overgave, you know, to a point that when you stopped, you may have felt judged, or like people like either, y'all know what I'm saying. Either you felt judged, or like people were judging you. It's the same. Y'all know what I'm saying. Here's the Wheel of Fortune here, but you're gonna feel very fortunate to just kind of, like I said, have just moved on. So source is, like I said, you're gonna feel very fortunate to have just moved on. So source is actually rewarding you for actually taking the high road and just moving on. So I do see you thriving after something, right? Here we have the Queen of Swords here. I see you sitting on your throne, just carefully vetting your thoughts, just moving on, being booked and busy, moving beyond the deep disappointment after pouring everything into, like somebody had just poured everything into energy, and this is a guy, actually. You may have poured everything into it, and what you may have gotten back in return was just like egotistical from this guy. The dark side of the number 9. Somebody who was like big headed, you know, like egotistical and sort of tyrannical. It's like, oh wow. After you pour so much into the energy, you just got the like sorrow, suffering, feeling of worthlessness, you know? So somebody could be sitting on their throne, just kind of sort of, you know, vetting their thoughts, just feeling like never again are you going to pour so much into somebody, you know, ever again. So you're just moving on. You're moving on. Just kind of waking up from a nightmare. Just kind of moving on. Right. Not talking to certain people, you know, not talking about them, not talking to them, you know, anymore. And that's where the breakthrough is really going to come in. It's just like when you go back through your mind, somebody is a bit of an overgiver, right? So you, well, I say a bit of an overgiver. Like when you think about your head and heart being at war with each other, and this is like the story of all overgivers, not just you. It's just a story of all overgivers. It's just like, you know, just kind of feeling like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And so it's like a overgivers come together, you know, conference. Just kind of sort of looking back, just you know, always being in survival mode, you know. So somebody has learned how to heal themselves, you know, coming out of that survival mode mindset in a very meek way. Here we have the Two of Wands here. So that your head and heart are no longer at war with each other. Here we have the Three of Wands here. So it's not that bait and switch, so that you're not impulsive. So when you want to give, you're saying, okay, I need to stop myself. No. Want to give, but don't, you know, let me pull back. Let me pull back. Let me stop myself, right? So let it be reciprocal. That's what Source is trying to tell somebody. It's like, okay, let me let it be reciprocal. Let me give somebody an opportunity to give to me too, right? So that's what Source is trying to help somebody learn how to do, is like, a lot of times over givers don't give other people a chance to give to them. Because you're looking for the energies that you gave to give back to you, but you're so busy over giving to them that when they don't give back to you, just like waiting, and while you just giving. So you miss all the other givers that's giving to you. You just waiting. So here's a Death card here. So something is over. Something is over. Something is something is, so this is where you're closing out cycle. I mean, this is where two situations in particular, somebody is like really closing, I mean, like really learning how to create very firm boundaries, starting new traditions, taking the high road, moving forward, leaving behind a lot of distractions, you know, moving forward. Source is actually, like I said, rewarding you for taking a high road, breaking generational cycles, chains, and curses. Yeah, lots of things involved here. Lots going on here. A lot of people coexisting in something. Lots of new beginnings going on here. Lots of new beginnings going on here. Here we have the Seven of Pentacles here. Somebody may be taking a trip. Just like kind of going on a, you know, maybe taking a vacation, getting all the chakras and stuff. Getting all the chakras and stuff aligned. Looking at the cards, just getting all the chakras aligned here. Maybe not talking about people anymore, not talking to people anymore. It's when I look at the cards here, it just looks like here we have the Four of Wands here. Some men involved in something. 7, 8. Ten of Swords here. So it's like somebody behind closed doors. It's like it's a man behind closed doors. It's just like really depressed, really sad. I don't know who this is, but it's like there's a man behind. There's a woman that's watching a man behind closed doors, and the man is just like really, really depressed, and the woman is just kind of standing there with a fan. Well, y'all see on the card, right? So it's like kind of going back through this memory here. Because not okay, 6 and 3. So there was a lot of conversation about somebody. This is a very interesting read because I feel like there was a lot of jumping to conclusions about something in this reading here. About something. That's what it looks like in this reading. A lot of jumping to some conclusions about some stuff in this reading here. That's why I'm not a fan of jumping to conclusions, because jumping to conclusions about things can cause a whole lot of pain. Yeah, here we have light high priestess. And we're not talking about complexion, just so we're crystal clear. We're talking about like light work. Here we have 3 of swords. Yeah, somebody moved on from something. Somebody moved on from some past disappointment. Here we have the 6 of Cups here, and took some good memories with. They moved on in childlike faith, but they took some good memories with them. It's like the baton was passed and they just moved on. They just took good memories with them. Yeah. Yeah, somebody moved on in childlike faith and just took good memories with them. They did the mirror work, took good memories with them. Something is very interesting about this reading. Wait a minute. I don't like unanswered questions in readings. How many minutes so far in this reading? Let me see something else going on here. So what other questions we have going on in this reading? See, it's a lot of opposing thing that's going on in this reading. You got fire and air going on here in this reading. So fire speaks to solar plexus, which is like the last of the lower chakras. So it's already opposing stuff that's going on here in this reading. So this is all a bunch of chaos that's going on in the reading already. It's just chaos going on in the reading. You don't have enough water in the reading, like basically to kind of sort of calm all this fire going on. It's like all this stuff going on, burden, arguing, just chaos and confusion. It's like a lot of different spirits going on here in this reading here. People jumping to conclusions about some things going on in the readings. That's why people don't jump. Yeah, people moving on. People behind closed doors, depressed. People talking about people behind their back. It's just a bunch of mess. Yeah. People not seeing things from a higher frequency. This is the Temperance card. It's like you gotta see things from a higher frequency. And then that rainbow really just like, you know, it's supposed to be just like harmony. It's supposed to symbolize harmony, right? It's like seeing things from just more harmonious point of view. That's what that rainbow is supposed to symbolize. It's just like seeing everything in just like a more harmonious point of view. But looking at that particular Nine of Wands card right there is somebody like was beat up. Somebody could have been. So, or somebody could have gotten into some kind of a fight, or like really, really hurt, or possibly could have been hurt in something. Um, yeah, somebody just decided to move on from a lot of shady, like it's like somebody just says, you know what, they moving on from all of this. Yeah, star card. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot going on here in your cards. It's a lot going on here in the cards. But the main thing looking at here, when you start out with fire, it's fire is like, you know, just like a lot of people who think they familiar with stuff. The danger about being around familiar spirits is that people who say that they are familiar don't leave a whole lot of room, Aries. When you say you're familiar with something, it doesn't leave a whole lot of room for grace. Doesn't really leave a whole lot of room for grace. But here, I feel like somebody is going to be praying. That's what I feel like something. It's like somebody's going to be praying. You know, kind of coming out of this, you know, maybe fighting for purpose and becoming more of a prayer warrior coming through something. You know, just learning how to be a prayer warrior. On the throne, speaking highly of people, recognizing everybody has their own star to follow. It's just going to be like it's a different energy. Just a different energy when people feel like they're at a crossroad, you know, taking the blindfolds off. I feel like the energy is going to shift and change looking at the cards here. I feel like an apprenticeship is going to happen here. This is where new money is coming in, like a new relationship of new seeds being planted here, new money, right? Yeah. A lot of stuff is happening in these cards. Wow. Yeah, we had a super we had a super full moon in your sign. So that was like a super Aries, like a super fired up for you all, especially, right? So there was a lot of belief systems coexisting. A lot of belief systems coexisting. And so move in silence and move in peace. Your peace is paramount. So your inner child is proud of you. The best is yet to come. It's time to do a heart chakra cleanse. And so you are who somebody prayed for. Message for your ancestors. And so you this is okay. Somebody has somebody's ex's lover wants them. That's really odd. I mean, that came out of somebody else's reading, but time to do a solar plexus chakra cleanse. But time to schedule a vacation. Yeah, time to schedule a vacation. Document your dreams day and night. It's time for somebody to start dating again. Time for you to love up on yourselves more. You know, it's like you're gonna have a whole new attitude. Somebody's next love interest is going to make them happier. It's time for you to start dreaming bigger. Check your request list again. Yeah, but don't look back. Mm-hmm. Whatever there's a curse or something is now broken. Something is now broken. Something is now broken. Yeah, something is now broken. I don't know who this man is though. It's like there's a guy. There's a guy here. The guy is like 40 or close to 40 years old or over 40 somewhere. Somebody may have poured a lot into this person. Master manipulator guy. May have felt like, with them, you may have felt like you hit the jackpot at first, but I don't know who this is for. I don't know who that part is for. You may have felt like, okay, you're really lucky with them, but then it just didn't turn out that way. Like, as soon as something ended, it just felt like the complete opposite. All right. Take only what resonates with you. Take only what resonates with you. Sometimes it happens like that. I mean, if it's a love situation, sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes it happens like you meet somebody, you feel like, okay, or, feel like that's what you prayed for. It could have been a friend, like a platonic friend. It could have been love interest with somebody. You may feel like, okay, that's the one. It didn't work out that way for somebody. So creativity. I'm a ball of creative energy. Creative ideas circulate my very being. I tap into all aspects of my imagination. I command my inventive skills to step forward. I connected to my truest self. I am solution oriented. My gifts create room for me. I'm grateful for my innate gifts. I'm grateful for my innate gifts. All right. So, burning bowl ritual. Time to toss something into a burning bowl, right? Yeah, time to toss something into, because something is over. It's time to toss something into a burning bowl. Time to toss, because somebody was at an impasse about something, just like, like they were walking on eggshells and about something. Jump into some conclusions about something. Yeah, it's just never good when you jump to conclusions about things. Yeah, pray about something. Especially for you all, Aries, especially since you all are ruled by Mars. Mars is that prayer warrior planet. Like, that's a first go to. I mean, before anything. But anyway, that's what I have for you. That is what I have for you. Because, Source will get answers back to you all fast. Like, okay, Source, I need answers ASAP, like pronto, immediately. Like, give me some answers quick. Like, show me like that, right? So, here it is. I'm a visionary, number 12. So, creativity is a driving force in your life. Your imagination is rich, and you are able to express your feelings and insights in unique ways that others can benefit from. Yeah. So that is what I have for you. Something is complete. I will see you all in the next reading. Okay? Bye.